इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us on the special series of Bharat Franchisee Show. This is our monsoon special edition and we are back with same excitement to help you in your journey to become a successful entrepreneur. Franchisee India over the last 27 years have helped thousands of investors in selecting right franchising business for them. In this series of Bharat Franchisee Show, we showcase business opportunity of carefully selected brands actively seeking franchisee in India. These brands have proven track record of profitability and sustainability and committed to provide intensive brand support. In our 5th episode of special edition of Bharat Franchisee Show today, we have highly profitable brands who are seeking active franchising in eastern part of India. Now I invite Mr. Gav and Ms. Somita as our panelists, and I also invite Mr. Namit to share his insight about direct English.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep. I will quickly go through the presentation first, and then possibly you can write your question and answer in the chat box or Q&A box, and we will take up the questions after this presentation. So first and foremost, welcome to this special edition of Bharat Franchise Show, and thanks to Sandeep for giving an opportunity to me. Direct English is a brand from UK headquartered in London, and we as Aptitude Studios Private Limited has taken the master rights for Direct English, and we brought this brand last year in India. I am heading this organization as Chief Operating Officer, and Direct English is also an authorized registration partner of IELTS in association with IDP, right? So any student who want to enroll for examination of IELTS, they can be registered at our training centers of Direct English. About the organization, they come from the parent company called Lingua Phone Group, which is into English language training since 1901, a legacy of more than 120 years. The brand is already there in more than 20 countries worldwide and teaches 1 lakh plus students annually through their physical training centers and also through Direct English Live Interactive, where the native traders of UK give online training to the students. The methodology that they follow is of CEFR, which is called as Common European Framework of References, which are the guiding principles for learning any of the European languages. These are some of the countries. So you can see that most part of the Middle East and South Asian countries, this brand is very much there, like Bahrain, Bulgaria, Israel, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Vietnam, right? So most of these countries are already there. Louis Alexander is the founder and has also written the entire content for Direct English. He is known as the grammar guru in the circles of US, UK. He himself was a Guinness Book of World Record holder, where he sold approximately 4.7 million books in a year, which is till date a record. He was also an advisor to University of Cambridge and the face behind creation of CFR methodology for English as a language. In terms of India, you will agree that more than 120 odd languages are spoken, and India being a young country, we are talking about skill capital, right? Where most of the countries are seeking skilled manpower from India, where English is primarily their major requirement. Second, in terms of the world, if we talk about 95 plus countries and 2 billion plus population speak English as their primary language. So English is definitely one of the global languages what we can talk about. And India itself, it's a fragmented market. The very small time players or the teachers who themselves must have started the English coaching classes, such kind of scenarios there. There's nobody who is talking about a structured way of teaching. And the market size for English spoken English institute is itself 40,000 crore. In terms of English language training market drivers, there are three segments. One is B2C, business to consumer, which are talking about the student population from 6th grade to even a college student, college pass out. Second is B2B, business to business, where the corporates also require communication skill classes for their manpower. Third is B2G, where government institutions are also promoting English as a language. Some of the benefits for direct English, first and foremost, there are no any books and copies in the entire curriculum. The curriculum is delivered through Learning Cloud, which is a two-way interactive platform of LMS. They contain real-life video-based sessions. For an example, my level 1 is entirely shot at Sheraton Hotel in Houston. The syllabus is cyclical in nature to build on the language capabilities. Every level have 27 lessons. Every 3 lessons constitute 1 unit. So in a level, there are 9 units, right? And it's talk about the structured way of teaching. In every level, a student is exposed or is able to learn around 800 to 900 new words. More about our methodology. So you can see that there is a foundation plus 8 levels of English. Whenever a candidate comes to us, there is a free test which happens on Direct English platform. It's a 15-minute multiple choice questions on grammar, vocabulary and usage to understand the current level of a student, and according to the level is suggested. My foundation plus first 3 levels are the basic levels where thematic areas of English are covered. Level 4, 5, 6 are interactional where 9 grammar areas are covered, and 7, 8 are the advanced levels of English. After completion of level 6, the student can directly appear for either IELTS, PT or TOEFL examinations. We cover all the 4 aspects of English, which is reading, writing, listening and speaking. The student also gets a certificate of direct English after completion of every level. In every level, we are talking about 72 hours of training, classroom training, 1.5 hours a day. So 48 classes need to be given. So if a student is coming for 3 days a week, the one level gets finished off in 4 months. So any training center can have multiple batches in a day, multiple intakes in a year. So the capacity of a training center is very huge. And our target segment, let me repeat, is from a 6th grade student to even a working professional. For a business partner, there are 4 kinds of avenues of revenue generation. One is a student coming down to a training center to get trained, which is called as an offline student. As my curriculum is already on Learning Cloud, you can integrate with any of the video conferencing tools and get online students from far-flung areas. Third, which is a very huge segment in India, is school and institutional tie-up. So we can integrate our curriculum from grade level 1 to level 6 to grade 6 to 12th, right? And also most of the colleges also seek communication skill classes for the prospective placement. Fourth is also corporate tie-ups. So my business partner can also get into corporates and look forward for corporate tie-ups for communication skills, email etiquettes, business English, so and so forth. So what we done in terms of the market positioning, we checked the competitors in terms of 2 parameters. One was the fee structure, the other is the number of students in a batch. And we found that around 600 to 800 rupees per hour is being charged by the competitors who are talking about the CFR methodology. I don't want to compare with mom and pop shows or who are from the regional level or local level institutes. And the batch size for them is also from 20 students to even 40 students. Whereas we have benchmarked our fees at around less than 200 rupees per hour, and also the batch size of 15 to 20 students. So not only it is economically viable, but also individual attention can be given to each and every student. In terms of Indian market strategy, we have created 2 kinds of business models. One is an area developer, the other is a unit licensee. So what we did, we divided the entire country into 21 regions. So anybody who is interested to take the regional rights will act as a regional office over that region and have to also open a training center which will act as a regional office. The other is a unit licensing where somebody want to start a standalone training center. As we speak, out of these 21 regions, the 5 green highlighted regions have already been sold off, which comprises Delhi, NCR, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Northeast, and Telangana. My 5 centers under this area developers are already live, one in Satyaniketan in Delhi, one in Chennai, Ardhanagar, one in Kerala in Ernakulam, one in Guwahati, and one in Telangana, Hyderabad, Kukatpalli. Plus, we also have certain units, including one in Kolkata that is coming up by July end, and we also have a running center in Kullu in Himachal Pradesh. So for an area developer, it is an excellent model because we talk about the minimum rollout numbers. So if you can see this chart, we are talking about one of the training center which will be owned by the area developer and the minimum number of rollout. So for an example, we talk about West Bengal, we are talking about 1+10. So 1 will be the owned center by the area developer and 10 is the rollout numbers. Whereas area developer can even have more than 10 centers, but based on 10 numbers, we are talking about the area developer fees and other expenses. So the franchise fees for a unit is only 4 lakh rupees. So for 10 units in West Bengal, so it's about 40 lakh rupees as a total collectible from a franchise fees. And what we ask, we are asking just 40% of that, and somebody can take the area developer rights. It means only if you pay 16 lakh rupees and open a training center, you can get the area developer rights for West Bengal. There are 5 benefits associated for an area developer. First, there is no any franchise fee separately for your own branch. Second, whenever a unit comes under your region, a area developer gets 60% of the franchise fee share. It means out of 4 lakhs, 2.4 lakhs goes to my area developer. Third, there is a margin on the learning cloud fees and also in royalty that we charge on the tuition fees, which is 9%, 3% goes to my area developer. So from their own center also, they save this 3% and the margin on the learning cloud. So that's an excellent advantage for area developer who want to take the area developer rights. So as you can see, for place like Bihar or Jharkhand or even for Odisha, it is 1+5. So 5 into 4 is 20 lakh rupees, and only by paying 40%, that is only 8 lakh rupees, somebody can take an area developer rights plus opening one training center which will not cost more than 10 lakh rupees. So less than 20 lakh rupees of an investment, somebody can become an area developer. And they get not only the income from every training center that gets opened in their region, but they also get a recurring income from every student that gets studied in all these training centers. And that's the beauty of this area developer concept. In terms of a unit licensing, we are looking at a space of around 1,200 square feet of space, investment of 12 to 15 lakh rupees, which includes your setup cost and a franchise fees of 4 lakhs plus GST. In the student fees, there are 3 components: admission fees, learning cloud charges, and tuition fees. In registration or admission fees, there is only sharing, it remains with the unit licensee. Learning cloud charges are fixed, which are 3,000 rupees per level per student, which they need to collect from a student, give to the brand. And in tuition fees, we charge a royalty of 9% plus 2% towards corporate marketing fund. Rest 89% remains with the unit licensee. So we are looking for people who are interested and who are from that education domain. If they are not from education domain, education is one industry where somebody can manage the entire branch, and that's the beauty of education business. There are 5 advantages of joining an education business. Point number 1, that this business is measurable. You know, on the very first day, what is going to be my operating expenses and what many number of students are required to get into break-even or profitability. Point number 2, you don't require showroom space. Any education institutions are normally found on the first or the second floor of a building where the rentals are too low. Third, you don't need to reinvest in this business. You will find that most of the training centers once set up remains there for 10 to 15 years, right? You don't need to reinvest in that business. Fourth, there's no pilferage. As you know, the number of students coming into the branch, you don't necessarily to be in the branch to manage those things. You know that fees to be collected, you know that how many students are enrolled, plus the entire syllabus is on learning cloud. So we also create login credential for my business partner where they can easily access that how many number of students are studying and what is the collectible, right? Fifth, there's no recession in education business. This business is one business which gives you consistent returns. So these are 5-6 advantages of taking an education business. And I would definitely like people who are really keen to open an education business. Direct English is one of the best opportunities that is available today. In terms of operation fit, we want people who manages the branches, or we can have the right team members. They should know their marketing, right? Because for us, the raw material is a student database. How many schools and colleges are there in the proximity? What kind of an activities we can do to generate the database of a student? And plus, most importantly, a strategic entrepreneurial mindset is important. In terms of the support, we give end-to-end support. It starts from that how center will be look like, the internal, external branding guidelines. We provide you all the job descriptions of the team members required. We also give the training once you shortlist them, right? And we also provide operation manual, brand manual, right? Marketing strategies. We also provide trainer manual, which talks about a day-wise lesson plan. We also create a landing page on our website. We also create email ID. We also create all the social media accounts and give the access back to you. The placement test, which is a free test I was talking about, we also set up a login credentials for you, and also we create the login credentials for Learning Cloud, through which you can have the teacher logins as well as the student logins. So our support is well rounded. It's a 360-degree support, and that's the very reason I would like the business partners to look at this today in this forum seriously about direct English as an opportunity. So thank you, Sandeep, for giving an opportunity. So you can reach out to me. Myself, Namit, and you can reach out to me. You can write down your questions and answer in that chat box or the question and answer box, and I will be very happy to assist you with any queries that you may take up. I'm sharing my contact details. Yeah, please.
Yes. Thank you, Namitji, for this detailed presentation. Please share your contact details so that Gar for Ms. Somita can arrange a one-on-one discussion with
Yes.
potential franchisee partner. And Mr. Namit has already worked on opening many direct English franchises in India. You're in fully capable hands when you know that you are dealing with somebody like Mr. Namit Gupta. So, Garg, over to you if you want to ask any questions, or we can probably move to the next brand.
Yes,
We have
I do
two
have certain
questions.
questions, Namit ji. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, if I talk about the kind of fee structure we are, implementing on these students, so can you just give us a detail regarding what would be the fees and how do we calculate on base of the students?
Okay. So as I told you, there are three components in the fee structure. One is an admission fees, one is the Learning Cloud charges, third is the tuition fees. Right? Registration and admission fees is dependent on the training center. They can decide the admission registration fees, which can be even 1,000 rupees per student, right, at the time of admission. The Learning Cloud charges are fixed, which is 3,000 rupees per student per level, which they need to collect from a student, give to the brand. In terms of tuition fees, that differs from area to area, location to location. Because you will appreciate the fact that the fees being charged at Kolkata, we cannot have the same fee structure in Bardhaman, or for that matter at Siliguri. So what we do is, in the tuition fees, we keep a variation, right? And on this tuition fees, we charge a royalty of 9% plus 2% towards corporate marketing fund.
Okay. And, if I talk about the kind of centers, like, how many the teachers or the faculties are required to run the like the center which we would be opening up.
See, basically for a training center, there's a requirement of 4 to 5 team members. One is called as a receptionist come counselor. Basically, counselors handles all the inquiries and handles parents and convert them into admissions. One marketing guy who can get into that school and college seminars, canopy activities and stuff like that. Because for us, the raw material is the database, right? Third is trainers. We require 2 trainers to start off with, so that if in case one is absent, we have a backup. A center head is required, right? A center head can be the franchise owner themselves, right? Or we can have a center head who is also a combination of a center head come trainer, so that we complement both the things, plus an office boy. So it's a small team of 4 to 5 team members, which is required to manage the entire branch.
Okay. That's all from my side, Sandeep. If you have certain more questions in the Q&A box, if somebody wants to ask, they can put their questions on the Q&A box so that we can take the call.
Sure. I think, today we are dealing with multiple brands and their business opportunities. We will get in touch with them
Right.
on one basis. So you can probably invite the next brand to share their business opportunity. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Namitji, for your time.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah. So for now, the next brand which we have is today it's a Singapore-based company which is running into the preschool format. We have got Mr. Trivedi, who is the master franchisee for BB Nogs. So, Mr. Trivedi, I would ask you to come down and please take the call.
Yeah. Can we start?
Yeah.
हेलो
हाँ त्रिवेदी जी, आपका वीडियो अभी ठीक है, बोलिए.
आवाज आ रही है ना?
बिल्कुल।
Okay. So we are a play school chain. This brand is from Singapore. We are the owner for the brand for Pan India. So in first phase, we are expanding it, opening new schools targeted East India, mainly Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Bengal, northeastern states, etc. So we have two models. First, create a unit model. If you want to open a play school, it consists of 4 classes: playgroup, nursery, LKG, and UKG. It requires minimum 1500 square feet area and 4 rooms. Some play area is also required because small children to open a unit school. Minimum area required is 1500 square feet and investment is between 12 to 15 lakhs. Our franchisee fee is 3 lakhs plus GST. That is also included in that 12 to 15 lakhs. 12 to 15 lakhs is why? Because area of all the schools are not exactly 1500 square feet. Some schools we have 2200 square feet, some are 2700 square feet. So the cost of painting and carpeting fluctuate according to area. We have a Singapore-based brand, so the learning method is different from all the school present in India. We are focusing on activity-based learning and actual touch and feel, not by chart, photographs. The ROI for a school will be recovered in one session, assuming 48 students. We will provide kit and all the furnitures and everything to set up a school. The franchisee owner have only to come to inaugurate and cut the ribbon and inaugurate the school. All setups are fixed by us. Our next model is master franchisee model. We are also providing master franchisee for states, big cities. So anyone who have takes our master franchisee, he can open the school in that state or that city for whose we have given them the rights or master franchisee rights. They can open numerous schools. What they can open? The only criteria is the distance between two schools is 3 kilometers, minimum 3 kilometers. The cost of master franchisee differs from state to state, city to city. So there, but what I can assure is that they can get their money back by opening 6, 7, or 8 schools. their money will be recovered, what they can pay us as master franchisee fee. Or
Good evening, Trivedi ji.
good evening.
Trivedi ji, can you please take me through the USP for BB Knox?
Yeah. USP. We have a first USP. We have barriers education. We give daily lesson plan to the students by printing the daily activity plan or lesson plan to the student. They do their work, and every student have a file in our school. That work of that day is kept in that file. Second, we give a practical approach to the students, not just reading the books and showing the picture. This is tomato, this is potato. We give them actual feel and touch experience. What is apple? We have a proprietary rhymes and alphabet. Every letter, we don't teach A for apple. We have a separate jungle book from A to Z. Jungle book is given name because all the alphabets are given name of some animal. Just like A, any ant. And there is a rhyme from A, from towards ant. We give a focus on phonics. We give a marketing support, online and offline both. We give 200 reads of the pin code where our school is there, and 200 reads of kids, and school owner can or coordinator can talk and convert them into the admissions. The school business is mainly run by the students. How many students you have? We also provide ERP and learning app. All the books are there in the app, and all the books cartoon are read and told by the cartoon characters, so that children cannot engage in YouTube or other activity. Homework is also through app, progress report, attendance, all school fees, all things are given in that IT solution, our ERP and app. We can give all support to our franchisee owner. We give training to their teachers. First offline training, and after that online training if they required. Well, this is the USP. They are small children in play school, so we are not teaching them rocket science or nuclear physics. We can provide them motherly care. Main focus is on mother care and learning through play.
Well, with this, I'll move to my next question. जो आप अगर जस्ट बता सकते हो यूनिट फ्रेंचाइजी का ब्रेकअप लाइक फ्रेंचाइजी की टोटल सेटअप में कितना क्या कॉस्टिंग आएगा कहाँ पे इट वुड बी रियली ग्रेट
फ्रेंचाइजी फी 3 लाख है मैडम, प्लस जीएसटी 18% जीएसटी, और 2 लाख डेस्क बेंच एंड टॉयज, 2 lakhs in air conditioners, 4 or 5 air conditioners required, SUV, office furniture, computer, printer, CCTV camera, RO, water, fire extinguisher, everything we provide in 12 to 15 lakhs. Blackboards, whiteboards, soft toys, puppets, all things. Nothing is required in play school after that. All A to Z things will be provided by us.
So also Vijayji wanted to ask, so how many staff is generally required to run a institution like that? First question. Second question is, what do you think are the right places or the ideal partners who can run a franchisee like that?
Staff side, there is 4 class, so 4 teachers, 1 center head or coordinator, whatever you call them, and 1 maid. This is the minimum requirement. And maid can be increased to 2 depending upon the number of students. If you have 50, 60, 70 students, you have to keep 2 maids, because the small children are not so disciplined or obedient. They are hard to tackle. And second question is what? Saru, what is your
Is
second
that,
question?
who do you think are the ideal partners?
Ideal partners are persons associated to teaching profession, teachers, educated housewives who are interested in running their own business. The interest for education is must. This is not a grocery shop that everybody can run.
So, sir, I have just presented the screen and showing your presentation. If you can
Yeah.
just talk about your journey, how we started in Singapore and now we have presence in different places in India.
Yeah. BB Knox is a Singapore brand. So started in Singapore. We have bring them to India. We have the right for Pan India. So there is at present 8 schools are running in India. 2 in Bihar, 3 in UP, 1 in New Delhi, UP 4. Azamgarh I left.
Okay.
So and 4 or 5 schools are going to open within a month or 2 in Jharkhand.
So but I have another query that we all know that Singapore education system is worldwide famous and it is well known.
Yeah. Singapore is.
So how do you think this is gonna make a huge difference in Indian market compared to the kind of education system which we have in India?
Singapore market is different from India, but there is many more potential in India. The education business or preschool business has got a hit in pandemic because the small children or play school students does not require SLC or CLC to get admission in other school. They just give a birth certificate, photograph, and take admission in any school.
Acha,
But
so
now
we
it
have
is high time.
So sir, we have received a query from Mr. Preetam. वो कह रहे कि ये जो सिंगापुर का जो हम स्ट्रक्चर चला रहे हैं, एकेडमिक स्ट्रक्चर चला रहे हैं, दैट इज द सुपीरियर एजुकेशन मॉडल. तो हमारे स्टूडेंट को क्या फीस स्ट्रक्चर पड़ता होगा, मतलब वेदर इट इज अफोर्डेबल और नॉट. लोग ये जानना चाहते कि ये जो हमारा
क्या
स्कूल हम
बोले
चला
आवाज
सर, हम ये कह रहे थे कि
फी
अफोर्डेबल है,
स्ट्रक्चर
स्ट्रक्चर कैसा है.
fee structure we can sit and fix according to cities or town. For example, our New Delhi school is running at monthly fee is 4,500. Patna school 2,000. Varanasi school 2,500. So anybody can open the school. Our sales team will visit their site and get survey from other school for fee structure, and then we can sit with the franchisee owner and decide in consultation with him. Fee always is a local thing.
सर जैसे मान लीजिए अगर दिल्ली जैसे
Singapore has no intervention in that.
if a franchisee from Delhi opens a
Pardon me?
BBNOX school, सर अगर BBNOX का स्कूल दिल्ली में खोला जाए तो लगभग कितने स्टूडेंट आएंगे कि हम उसको पहले मंथ से उसे ठीक तरीके से चला पाएंगे या टू सम एक्सटेंट हम उसे प्रॉफिटेबल बना पाएंगे. कितना स्टूडेंट एक्सपेक्टेड है या कितना स्टूडेंट रखेंगे तो हमारे लिए वो कैपेसिटी सही रहेगा.
सर एक तो आपके एरिया के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि कितना स्टूडेंट आप रख पाएंगे, आपका स्कूल कितना एरिया में है. हम लोग एक एजम्पशन और जो स्कूल चल रहा है 1,500 स्क्वायर फीट इसीलिए बोलते हैं कि उसमें 50-60 स्टूडेंट आराम से हो जाते हैं. और हमारा ROI भी जो बना हुआ है, हम जैसे 48 स्टूडेंट का सेटअप देते हैं. चेयर टेबल्स जो बच्चों का है, स्टार्ट में जो हम 12 लाख ले रहे हैं उसमें 48 स्टूडेंट्स का हम सेटअप उनको फुल प्रोवाइड करते हैं और 48 स्टूडेंट में आराम से प्रॉफिट होता है.
ओके सर.
They also get profit in uniform, books, which they sell to students.
Okay.
20%, 15 to 25% margins are in all these things, uniform and books.
Thank you, sir, for giving us a detailed presentation. We'll get in touch with our audiences to understand the requirement, and hopefully we'll get onto a tri-party call with you, with our investors who will show interest in your brand. And thank you so much for your time and for sharing your wisdom on these things. Right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Trivedi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so now the next brand which we have is from the food and beverage industry. This is one of the largest QSR burger chain. It's a homegrown brand based out in Bangalore, named Biggie's Burger. And we have got our representative, Mr. Madhu Kumar. He's from Biggie's Burger. Over to you, sir. You can take the call now.
Yeah, thank you, Gar. In fact, it is not Big Burger, it is Biggie's Burger.
Yeah, Biggie's Burger.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Franchise India team, for this opportunity. Okay, well, Biggie's Burger, we started in the year 2011 in a small kiosk of 50 square feet in Bangalore, in a place called Electronic City. That's where our journey started. And if you look at it, in initial years, we were just working on an R&D for the curation of a menu, because that point of time the burger was not that popular in India. So post 2015, we started franchising a brand in the name of Biggie's Burger, and currently we have 150 plus stores across 14 states and 25 cities in the country. If I say our presence is from north, up north in from Patran to down south, Madurai, and from west, from Surat to east, Siliguri. So we are present in all tier 1, tier 2, and tier cities as well. And as an Indian brand, homegrown brand, we are one of the largest growing brand in the country. Burger brand is concerned, and we are also our specialized products are basically grilled burgers. We are pioneered in the grilled burger segment as well. And as an Indian brand, we're also trying to explore our footprints in rather expand our footprints in other countries. We are working with Singapore, and we are also trying to expand in the Middle East. The talks are going on. Yeah, our experience, we have sold more than 30 million burgers so far across India, and we exist since 2011, and one of the oldest, largest QSR chain in the country since 2011. And presence is almost 100 plus locations. Now it is 150. And we have served more than 30 crore, burgers to our population. So across India. And we are one of the market leader and monopoly in selling burgers out of these cities, 16 out of 23 cities, And our business model has multiple source of revenue, that is dine-in, takeaway, and delivery. This is one of our store look and feel. We have more than 150 product design, which we cater to various markets in tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 cities of the country. And in a broadest perspective, our demography is spread across, and products are designed, and products are such a way designed so it is accepted across the demography. And we also run a regular continuous R&D process wherein the new product innovation happens time and again. We change the products, we add, delete. So all this is a continuous process which we do it on a regular basis. If you have a product portfolio, we have this crunchy paneer burgers, and we have meal box, we have mojitos, fish shakes, grilled paneer wings as well. Our pan-India presence, 150 plus units and still growing. We are targeting to open 30 stores by end of 2027. That's what our target is now. Few of our stores, look and feel, you can see Frasertown, Bangalore, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, Church Street, Bangalore, Surat, Gujarat, Vadodara, Nichrock, Bangalore. Few of our stores in malls, we are present in Forum, Nexus, Phoenix, R-City Mall, Brookfield Malls, various other malls across the country, Aero Mall, Aero Hub Malls. Our brand review from the customers of various stores. Our awards and recognitions in the industry. Yeah. Right. So we have a business model called FOFO model, which is called as franchisee owned and franchisee operated. And here we have two variants of store. One is Express, another one is Cafe. For Express store, for area for 250, 300 square feet, the investment would go up to 30 lakhs plus, out of which 8 lakhs is the franchisee fee, and rest all amount would go for the store setup like interior branding and kitchen equipment. And another store variant, what we have is a Cafe. And for this, we need a area for around minimum 700 square feet, and the investment is 38 lakhs plus. Again, out of which 8 lakhs is the franchisee fee, and rest all would go for the store setup, interior branding, and kitchen equipment. And in the FOFO model, we will be collecting the royalty of 5% on the monthly sales. So FOFO is franchisee owned and franchisee operated. Here, what happens is the franchisee should run and operate the store. However, we will support them in every step in terms of, if I say store setup, scouting for the location, store setup, and operational support, supply management support, marketing support, all this will be provided by the company. But as a franchisee has certain responsibility in terms of monitoring the cleanliness and hygiene of the store, and monitoring the staff, monitoring inventory, and maintain and retain customer relationship. So,
Madhu sir, sorry to interrupt you. Like, can you share the screen also?
Oh, it's not
for the presentation.
It's not visible.
No, sir. Thank you for the introduction about the brand and the way you are taking it
Oh, I'm
through. But
sorry.
we would love to see the presentation and if you can take us through the same.
I'm extremely sorry. I thought it is. Hang on, please.
Especially, we don't mind to see the burger image before the dinner time.
I'm sorry. I just came in hurry burry, so sorry. I forgot to share the screen. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
it's
now it's visible. Yeah.
extremely sorry. Yeah. So do you want me to go back to the previous slides, or shall I continue with
Yeah, I
this?
think you can start on with the first slide and then you can explain the
I'll just
franchising model.
yeah run through it. Yeah. Okay. Is it visible? I'll just run through it. I was talking about the specialty burgers and product portfolios, expanding their presence, few of our stores in the mall, brand review from the customers, store level, our media awards and corporate alliance. Yeah. I think I came to this. Yeah. So if you look at it, Express and Cafe store is what I'm talking to you about. It's 30 lakhs investment for the Express store, and Cafe it goes up to 38 lakhs. 8 lakhs remains a franchise fee, and rest all amount would go to the store setup. Okay, we have showed some the brands comparison here. For example, if you look at the international brands like McD or KFC's, the investment goes from 1 CR to 5 CR. The ROI takes almost 6 years for them. Even though the sales are high, but return on investment would take at least somewhere between 4 to 6 years. Vis-a-vis, if you look at our brand, Biggie's Burger, it's 1/10 of McD's investment, I would say. So your ROI would be in 2 years. This is the process where we do a franchisee onboarding. Basically, once the franchisee or the prospect, once he decides to go ahead with the Biggie's Burger, first thing he has to sign up on the letter of intent, wherein he has to pay the franchisee fee of 8 lakhs plus GST. And once that is done, then we scout for the properties, and we put our team on the job to scout for the properties. And once property is finalized, then we sign up an agreement with the landlord, and we do a subleasing with the franchising, or maybe franchisee himself can sign up an agreement with the landlord. Then we do a recce of the property and share the BOQ like in terms of interior branding, kitchen equipment, and the franchisee has to pay 50% to start the work, 30% of the completion of 30% of the work, and rest at the time of handover. Ideally, we take around 45 days to complete the store setup. So these are a few roles and responsibilities of the partner and the company. If you look at it, staff hiring and handling is done by the franchisee in a FOFO model. Staff training, of course, is done by the company. Technology adaptation is by the company. Packaging solutions provided by the company. Kitchen setup is done by the company. Accounting and operation is franchisee's responsibility. And product and R&D is for the company. New brand innovation is for the company. Sales analysis monthly report is from the company. Marketing plan is done by the company. Online D2D aggregator type is done by the company. Raw material supply is done by the company. And raw material ordering is done by the partner. These are the few roles and responsibilities of the company and the partner. A founding team, Raj and Abhilash, Sandeep. What customers speaks about us in the market? Our burgers. A brand reference, we are there in all social media. Yeah, I'll just show a few of our stores. Our standard, the design of the store remains same across India. We don't do any changes. There may be some minor changes here and there, but overall the look and feel of this brand, the brand aesthetics will remain the same. Okay, that's it. But from the brand side, so if you have any questions, you can please ask me.
First of all, thank you for this presentation. I would like to ask some questions which we often come to when we talk to the investors. So there are two prominent questions which come to my mind. that finding franchisee is one thing, but franchisees find it really difficult to basically finalize the location and to find a suitable location. So across pan India, you are already running 150 plus outlets. So do you have some tie-ups with in some cities where you can help finding the right location?
Absolutely. See, what we do, we don't allow franchisee to choose any locations. In fact, it's a company's responsibility because we know where will our brand work well. In fact, we have a team, in-house team, wherein if a franchisee is signing up any particular state or city, so we block the location and we will put our team on the job to scout for the property in that particular location. We have certain evaluation criteria where the property location should fulfill the criteria. Only after, we don't take any location which gives us less than 8 lakhs of sale. So minimum should be 8 lakhs, and based on that, we choose the location and we propose the same to the franchisee.
Okay, and the next part is, not every franchisee are able to run the show for a long period of time, and sometimes they fail, right? Irrespective of the brand presence, brand name, and the brand offering. So somebody who is not able to run the show after a particular period of time, it may be because of the location also, which is mutually decided. So do you help him also relocate? Do you help him sell the business as well?
Yes, we do that. We have done it as well earlier as well. In fact, if the location doesn't, as you see, we had a very bad past experience as well. Like, we chose wrong locations where the store could not do well. And in such case, we have relocated the store. In fact, not within the city, we have relocated outside the state as well. We do that. So, for example, there are certain some store in Gujarat was not doing good, and Gujarat is a veg market. We completely had a vegetarian menu over there, and it was not doing good, and we relocated that location to Bangalore because he didn't have time. And Bangalore is a place where we do a FOCO model where the company run and operate, and he chose to go for a FOCO model, and we relocated. We used the entire investment, whatever we invested on the equipment and infrastructure, we use that as well. We do that.
Okay, over to you, Garf, if you have some questions to ask.
Yeah, I think, Madhuji, like for the attendees, like, it's better to explain them also, like which are the regions we are focusing for our expansion, where we are looking forward towards an MCP, the master channel partner role, or where we can have the individual units also getting signed up. So if you can explain a little bit about the regions we are exploring with.
Yeah, we are looking at the entire North India. We don't have much presence in Northern India. So all states are open except UP. We have certain obligations in UP. So other than UP, all states are available for MCP Northern India, except southern states like, even MP is also available. In fact, I don't know whether last time I told you guys or what, but MP is also, Madhya Pradesh is also available. Gujarat is available. Mumbai is gone. Mumbai is completely gone. But rest of Maharashtra is available. Nashik region, all is available. Andhra and Telangana is available. And Karnataka, Tamil Nadu is not available. Kerala is available.
Okay. And currently, if I talk about the major number of stores we have is in Bangalore, right?
The major number
particularly
of stores,
Karnataka.
As on today, we have 30 stores. And I also handle projects. So I have almost 30 projects under me. So Bangalore alone has 10 more projects, which is coming up next quarter. So we will have almost 40 stores by next quarter. And we are targeting to open 80 stores in Bangalore alone.
Okay. I guess Shomita has certain questions to ask. Over to you, Shomita.
Hi, Mr. Madhu. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Mr. Madhu, if I'm not wrong, you guys are doing both FOCO and FOFO model, right?
Yeah, we do FOCO model only in cities like Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai. And we can do FOCO once we have MCP, the master channel partner on board.
And say, for example, if you're doing the MCP in West Bengal, who will be running? The MCP will have to operate the complete.
Absolutely.
All right. So in case if we have an investor in your in your location where we are looking for a FOCO model, could you please take me with the FOCO model financials?
Yeah, FOCO model financials is very simple. In fact, the investment, everything remains the same. There's no change in the investment. And the only difference is company will run and operate the store. And the only liability for a franchise is he has to pay the rent. Salary here, what happens, the risk factor is low in a FOCO model. because company also equally or more than the franchisee invest on operational expenses. In fact, the salary to the staff is taken care of by the company. The store expenses, the maintenance is taken care of by the company. Even the staff room rent is paid by the company. Right? The only liability for the franchisee is he has to pay the store rent. And here the remuneration is basically, if you look at, we do an average sale of around 12 lakhs. So 80% of store sales is through offline and 20% is through online. So if we give them 28% offline sales and 13% online sales. For example, if the store does 12 lakhs, 10 lakhs is the offline. On 10 lakhs, the franchisee earns around 2,80,000 rupees. On 2 lakhs, he earns around 26,000 rupees. That's 13%. So ideally, his gross margin is somewhere around 3 lakh 6,000. Let's assume he's paying rent of 1 lakh 20. So we minus that, so 1 lakh 86 is net profit. And which is return on investment 30-40 lakhs will be in 24 to 30 months.
Well, so in FOCO, it's then there is nothing like revenue sharing, right?
No, we just give them a margins on the sales. Yeah, there's no any revenue.
All right. Well, thank you.
But here, what happens in FOCO, the franchise is free from all the headaches of running, operating store. Everything is taken care of the company, and he's not involved in day-to-day activities. He can do his other things. If he's working somewhere, he can work. If he's got a multiple businesses, yes, he can definitely, rather than focusing here. Every month, he will be knowing what is the actual store happening, because whatever the billing software user ID we give it to the franchisee, he knows what's happening at the store level. Even the CCTV credential we share to him. And you know what's happening, and he'll be raising the invoice and the commission invoice, and we'll be transferring to his account every deducting the rent.
Well, I got it. Thank you.
Business model and no hanky panky. So it's very crystal clear. So Bangalore, if you look at all 30 stores, it's only FOCO. Whatever FOCO we had, we converted back to FOCO. So no more FOCO.
So, sir, I have one query related to the markets which you said these markets are gone. So those markets are already master franchisee has been given, right? So unit franchisee is still open in those markets, right?
Yes, yeah. Whichever markets I told you, North India, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, these markets are open for master franchisee.
No, sir. My question was that there are some markets which you said that in those markets are already gone. There is no opportunity anymore, like Mumbai, right? But there is still opportunity for opening unit franchisee, right? Probably the master franchisee is gone.
Absolutely. Yes. Karnataka, yes, we are looking, as I told you, Bangalore, we have 40 and looking for another 40 numbers. And even in Tamil Nadu, we have opening for unit franchise. Unit franchises, we are okay. But North India, we don't want to go only with the unit franchisee unless we have master franchisee.
Yes. So just wanted to clarify this to our audience that those markets which for which the master franchisee is also gone, you can still open a unit franchisee for yourself, and you can do your business profitably. So okay, thank you for sharing the details, and as always, it is very nice to get in touch.
Yeah, one more thing. Yes, I just want to share you one more information. We also have, in case somebody wants to take, we also have something called a minimum guarantee model. If somebody is investing on 2 stores, let's say the 2 stores, so we give them 15% annually on the capex as a minimum guarantee, or the margins, whichever is higher.
Okay.
Let's say a person invests 2 CR, 1 CR on 2 stores, for example. He gets 15%. That's 15 lakhs every year on that capex. Only on the capex, not on the deposits which he pays to the property and all. Only on the capex invested on the store. On that 15% annually we pay if he signs 2 stores at a time, or the margin, whichever is higher.
Great. So thank you so much, sir, for answering all the queries with patience and detail. This marks the end of our iconic brands which are looking for franchisee in eastern part of India. And we are happy to have Mr. Madhu to end the session with a bang. It's like a cherry on the cake. So thank you all. Thank you, our audience. Thank you, Mr. Madhu. Thank you, Somita. Thank you, Gav, for your time. Tomorrow again, we'll come back with some iconic brands. Until then, stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Sandeep.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.